Do you want to experience maximum success when it comes to trout trolling? If you do, integrate trolling flies into your arsenal. Go on over to fishhuntshoot.com and pick up one of Kel Kellogg's signature series trolling fly kits today, and you'll be yelling fish on tomorrow. All right, first fish of the day here at Collins Lake on a turbo and worm. Oh, I see him back there. That is a feisty nice rainbow here. Let me grab the net. All right, Gina. All right, first fish of the day here. He's feisty. We're gonna get him back in the water. Goes right in the lip. Right through the lip, actually. There we go. Got a piercing out of that deal. There we go. He's out. We'll get him back in the water. Nice little pan-sized trout. Collins Lake, baby. Let's get him back in the water here. We'll put him right through there. Steelhead style. And let me show you that rig. Pretty simple. My rainbow turbo. Oh, I'd say today 24 inches and a threaded night crawler. No special reason on that length. Pulled that out of the tackle box, 24 inches. I run them anywhere from 18 to 40, you know me. But with that slow death, the worm has a lot of rotation. The turbo puts out the vibration, the flash, brings them in. They get a taste of that real meat. It's fish on, baby. Howdy guys, Kel Kellogg here. I got a question for you. What is the most important thing you can take along when you go fishing? Now, it's not a lure or a rod or anything like that. It's confidence. Confidence, confidence, confidence. That is the secret ingredient, whether you're trout fishing, bass fishing, deer hunting, hitting golf balls, trying to hit a baseball. Confidence is the key ingredient that takes your results from mediocre to exceptional. If you're out there and you have a high level of confidence, your performance is going to reflect that. You're just going to do better. You're going to hit the ball harder. You're going to hook more trout. You're going to land more trout. You're going to tag more deer. Confidence means a lot. And I've got a great example of what confidence can do for a trout angler right here at Collins Lake. Today, my wife Gina and I, we came out, caught a bunch of fish today. We lost count at 10, and we caught most of our fish on some sort of turbo flasher, whether it was our micro turbos or a full-size turbo like this, trailing a worm. And our bread and butter offering today was a full-size turbo in the rainbow color, about 30 inches a leader, a slow death hook tipped with a real night crawler, about 1.5 inch piece of night crawler, and we achieved fantastic results. Got my worms here. This is actually an empty worm can because I went through quite a few worms today. Well, I was very confident. I'm always very confident when I've got a worm on the end of my line. I was very focused on putting my wife on some fish today. It was her first real fishing trip of the season, and I wanted her to have a good time and catch several trout. Now, Wes Ward, my partner at FHS, he was out here yesterday, and conditions are absolutely identical. And Wes took his son Jake along, and he wanted Jake to get on some fish. But the difference in our approach is that Wes wanted to fish gulp worms, just like these garlic flavored gulp worms, and he also had some of the walleye style threadable worms on the boat, and he wanted to fish them head to head with my night crawlers. Now, I'm a worm guy. I've got dirty fingers, and I always kid Wes. I say, you don't like to touch those worms, do you? Oh, I don't mind touching them. But he came out here with an agenda yesterday, and I'm pretty sure he wanted to show that he could catch just as many or more trout on the gulp as he could on real worms. Okay, so he fished these gulp worms with a high level of confidence, and sure enough, it showed in the results. When he called me up on the phone, he gave me some numbers. I got 1 on a worm and I got like 8 trout on the gulp. Well, same lake, same conditions. 24 hours later, I got 1 fish on gulp, and we stopped counting at 10 fish on the worms. So what does that tell you? The trout haven't changed. The only difference in our performance was our level of confidence in what we were using. As soon as I caught 1 fish on a night crawler, I started swapping everything out to real night crawlers. I left one of the gulp baits on my deep rod until I got a fish on it. But honestly, I wasn't giving the gulp bait a fair chance because I was stacking the prime part of the water column, the top 6 feet, with my night crawlers because I wanted to catch a maximum number of fish. And my confidence bait was today, as it often is, was a threaded night crawler. It was just the opposite for Wes. He might not admit it, but I guarantee you, he was stacking the prime part of the water column with these gulp crawlers. And he told me, I was trolling a night crawler, a real worm down at 30 feet, and I only got the one fish on it. Well, yeah, but the bite is up on top. So anyway, that's a little story about confidence. The thing for you to take away is fish offerings, fish rigs, fish lakes. Utilize methods that you have a high level of confidence in. It will cause you to fish harder, to fish more thoroughly, to just put more attention to detail in your presentations. And whenever you're doing that, you're going to achieve better results. You're going to catch more trout. And if you're catching more trout, you're going to catch bigger trout because there's some number game involved there. The more trout you catch, the more chance you have of catching a really big trout. And that's what we all want. We want to catch more and bigger trout. I'm Cal Kellogg. I'm having a little fun with Wes here, but everything I just told you is true. We are obviously both pretty decent anglers, and for us to come to the same lake, use the same techniques, the same rigs, same boats, same conditions 24 hours apart, and have just black and white opposite results, it all comes down to confidence, man. Anyway, I'm Cal Kellogg. I'm signing off for now. I smell like garlic gulp now. This thing's leaking all over me. If you're looking for trout gear and more, go on over to fishhuntshoot.com. If you'd like to join us out here on the water, we still have some availability for May. You can hear Wes and I pick on each other live and in person. Anyway, I'm Cal Kellogg. I'm having some fun today. Gina and I, we had a shore lunch here. We are going to get back on the troll, and I will catch you next time right here on YouTube. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for all the support, and please hit that subscribe button.